My name is Alex-Danson Bennett and I'm a former England and Great Britain hockey player. I guess the moment, I will never forget in my career was being a part of the team at the 2016 Olympics to win an Olympic gold medal. I was the vice captain, and probably the proudest honour I was ever given in my career was to captain the team after those Olympic Games through to the 2018 World Cup.
But it's an absolutely fantastic start.
There's going to be two, and it is! Danson this time on the score sheet. Oh, this is magic.
The irony to my story is it wasn't an accident that happened within sport. I hit my head on the back of a wall whilst on holiday with my husband. Life for me changed in an instant. I remember the neurologist, after I had many scans and had been in for a few days, coming round and saying, you've got a mild traumatic brain injury, this could take several months to get better. A typical athlete, I just looked at her and said, you don't know me, I'll be out playing in 2 weeks. And little did I know how delicate the brain is. My symptoms progressively got worse over a six-week period, to the point at my absolute worst when I was rushed into hospital, I couldn't tolerate any sound, any noise. I was being violently sick and having seizures. Memory was a problem, retaining information. I was really very, very unwell. I'd had previous concussions before, in sport and also outside of sport again. It's very difficult to know whether it contributed or whether it was just really bad luck. I'm nearly 3 years on now and I have daily symptoms. I can manage it. I'm incredibly positive. I still believe it will go. But yes, ultimately it led to my retirement in 2020. I think the psychological impact of any injury in many ways is the most difficult. There were incredibly dark days at times when I thought, am I going to recover? Is this my life now? And in honesty, it wasn't tolerable. It was so hard. I guess in its most extreme, overnight, somebody had completely stripped me of my identity. I was, Alex-Danson, the GB hockey captain. It had been my life for 18 years at that point, and now I couldn't walk to the bathroom unaided. I think I got to about 7 months and I hadn't left the house. To a point, until I had this head injury, I've always felt that I've been invincible. I guess the hard reality is when you enter into a sport, it's probably not at the forefront of your mind, and I don't think it should be. Our young people need to be able to play sport, to express themselves, to be free. But do I think strongly that there has to be really good protocols, really good governance, and really good understanding about the dangers? Absolutely. Initially, it's about getting as much data as possible. I was really amazed at how little there was out there and how little's been done in this space before. I think as an athlete, you presume these bits are being done. Gathering injury data from young people, it is fundamental. If we want to make our sports a safer place, if we want to ensure that our young people can go onto the field and have that fearlessness and have that freedom, that's probably the best place to start in terms of, okay, where are we at? What is actually happening out there? Okay, what can we do? Podium now have this fantastic collaboration with Oxford University. It provides the perfect opportunity for some real research to be done into areas where it is really needed, and I'd love to see some more done in the concussion spectrum. I think particularly with young people, but also actually with females. There's so much that we just don't know about the brain, and if that is a place that they could start, I for one would be delighted to see that happen. I'm now a hockey coach, so away from playing, and I have to be honest, definitely my head injury has had an influence on how I coach, on the exercises that I choose, and I'm definitely more aware with young people. So for me, it's more a conscious awareness of safety. With everything we're hearing about concussions and head injuries in the media at the moment, we are seeing conversations being had. And I think it's just making coaches more aware of the impacts, and actually it's just tiny changes here and there that potentially can have a massive impact on someone's long-term health. Prevention is key. What can we do to make sure these injuries don't happen? The more research I think that can be done in this area, particularly for our young people, but in a school context, in a club context, hopefully we'll see an enormous reduction in the amount of injuries we get within sport. I definitely don't want everyone to be educated by having a head injury themselves. It's sharing the information we have. It's learning how to put things in place to make sure we're safeguarding everyone's well-being, because all of our sports will only ever thrive with young people coming through them. We need to work together because it's in the interest of every sport there is. It's the interest of our young people, it's in the interest of their health and the sports and their futures.